All right, so what we're looking at here is we are trying to figure out exactly how long it will take $756.33 to turn into $819. All right, I have this amount right here in my bank account, but I want to buy something that costs this long or costs that much, and the interest rate in my account is at that 1%. How long will it take for me to come up with that kind of cash? Okay. So we're going to use our basic time value of money formula, right, which is saying we have our future value divided by 1 plus r to the t. That's going to be equal to our present value, okay? So we can plug this stuff in. 756.33 is equal to 819 divided by 1.01, right, because this is 1 plus r. R is 0.01 raised to the t power. Okay, now what we're going to do is that we're going to start solving here for that value of t. Okay, so what we have is it's going to be 1.01 raised to the t power is equal to 819 divided by 756.33, okay, which is going to be equal to here 1.0829. And you see what I'm doing here is I'm rounding these out a little bit, because if I truncate it like just wrote 1.08, it's not going to give me as precise of a number as if I use that financial calculator. So what we're doing here is we're just making sure we don't chop off the numbers that are going to help us get to the number that we need. So the problem here, and a lot of people run into, is that we're like, how do we solve for that t if you're not remembering your natural logs? So the way it's going to be t times the natural log of 1.01 is going to be equal to the natural log of 1.0829. Okay? And then what we do here to solve for t, it's just like any other type of algebra. T is equal to the natural log of 1.0829 divided by the natural log of 1.01. And t is going to work out to 8. Okay? Now, there is a little bit of a quicker way to do this, and it's the way I actually probably recommend you do this if you are trying to come up with a precise number or you're doing it on an exam or whatever it is. But we're just going to plug it into our financial calculator, right? We have our present value, future value, our number of years, our interest rate, and payment. And let's again remember that payment is going to be 0 because we're not having any intermediate payments here. Okay, we have an interest rate of 1%. We have a number of years is what we're trying to figure out, right? That's why a question mark here. We have a future value of 819, and we have a present value of 756.33. Okay, so we just plug all this stuff in here. We hit compute n, and guess what comes out? It comes out with that number 8. Okay, and so that's basically the way that we come up with it. Okay, this way over here using the financial calculator is probably the way that you're going to want to do these. It's a lot quicker. You have a much lower chance of making a mistake or a rounding error. So that's probably where I'd go. Alternatively, if you don't have a calculator, you don't have this other stuff, you can just plug numbers in here into the t until you eventually get to the right spot. But that's not something I really recommend you do. Use a financial calculator.